you too much, now I'm swallowed.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tutorial for you on how to do a halo eye. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually the first time that I've actually tried to do it, so have mercy. But I have been watching a lot of videos on it, and I think I got it pretty down packed. But I pretty much did it in the easiest way I could think, so you guys could learn how to do it too. Because there's some videos that I watched that I was like, oh wow, like that's really easy. And then there are other videos where like, why are you making it so complicated? So that's pretty much what I have for you today. I'm actually going to a wedding later today, so that's the only reason why I'm so like but yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye! First, I'm going to pick up my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. There's not enough things I can say about this primer. It's my absolute favorite, and I love it so much. Next, I'm going to pick up Benefit's Professional. This is another tried and true for me. There's nothing else I can use that I think would cover up my pores the best that this does. I am full of surprises today. So you've seen this foundation a couple times. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in Amber. You already know how I blend it out. I like to spray my brush with setting spray and blend it that way because I just really love the way it looks and the feel of it. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape and just dot it underneath my eyes and blend it out with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one to do this, but I like to use my concealer as an eye primer. I feel like it works 10 times better than a normal eye primer. If you don't do this, I suggest that you try it at least once. You're going to see the major difference. So I know I said before that I didn't really like the Makeup Forever setting powder, but I ran out of my e.l.f. powder, so I just have to make do with what I have. But I kind of found a way that I do like it. So I'm going to pick it up on this sponge and dab it underneath my eye. I'm not exactly going to let it bake. I'm just going to keep dabbing it in until it turns translucent. And I actually really love the look that this gives my makeup. I think I'm just going to use it like this. So now that I am done pressing that into my concealer, I'm going to go ahead and set my eyelids, and then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and set the rest of my face. For my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony, and I'm just taking a little e.l.f. brush and brushing out my eyebrows, and I'm just going to fill them in. I've said this before, I don't really do anything too crazy. I just fill in the little patches and make them darker. For eyeshadow, I'm going to pick up this MAC Selena No Me Queda Más eyeshadow, picking that up with the Morphe R40. I've used this so many times as my transition tone. I love it so freaking much, and I don't know what I'm going to do if I ever run out of it. I'm not going to go too crazy with it today. I'm just going to keep it light, but I'm going to continue blending it in windshield wiper motions until I like the shade that it's at. So with that same brush, I'm going to go into my Charlotte and Bloom palette and pick up Jet Setter, and I'm just going to put that right below that transition tone, continuing to blend it in windshield wiper motions. With a Real Techniques brush, I'm going to go into my Tarte Pretty Paint box and pick up stained glass. And now we're going to start developing the halo. This part is going to take a while because since we are working with kind of darker colors, we want to take our time and build them up gradually. You definitely don't want to just load your brush up with the color and start going at it on your eye, because you are going to look like you got punched in the face. As I'm blending stained glass into my inner and outer corners, I'm going to try my best to leave the middle of the lid bare, because that's obviously where we're going to put our pop of color. As I am blending it, however, I'm going to gradually try and bridge that gap in between the two shadows using the mini definer brush. So now for the pop of color, we're going to go back into the Pretty Paint box and pick up monochrome. So something that I like to do with pretty colors like this is I like to pack it on the brush and then take some setting spray and just do about 1 to 2 spritz. I feel like this gives the color a lot more pop and it makes it look a lot more beautiful. So now that I have that color on, I'm just going to pick up the Real Techniques brush again with just a pinch of stained glass on it and make sure that everything looks blended and nothing looks kind of choppy. And now we're going to repeat the whole process on the other eye. So once again, we're going to gradually build up the halo because we are using darker colors. We don't want to look crazy. So once again, I'm just going to go back in and blend some things out. We want everything to look gradient and nothing to look too harsh. With an Avanti blending brush, I'm going to go back into the Pretty Paint box and pick up water lilies, and I'm just going to use that to highlight the brow bone. I picked up Somber from the KVD Shade and Light palette on a Tarte contour brush, and I'm just going to put that into the hollows of my cheeks and blend it out with a fluffy brush from the same Tarte collection. With the same Tarte brushes, I am going to pick up Somber and run that along my jawbone, down the bridge of my nose, and the temples of my forehead. With another Tarte fluffy brush, I'm going to pick up Too Faced Love Flush Blush in Love Hangover, and I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. Grabbing a Real Techniques brush, I'm going to go into my Tarte Pro Glow palette and pick up the shade Stunner. I'm going to run this along the top of my cheekbones, underneath my eyebrows, my cupid's bow, and the bridge of my nose. Can we just acknowledge how beautiful this highlight is? Oh my god. With a smaller eyeshadow brush, I'm going to pick up Stunner and put that in my inner corners for some pop. For my lips, I'm going to pick up the Pixie by Petra and its Judy Time Lip Palette collaboration. I'm just going to be grabbing these kind of darker nudie colors, and I'm going to be mixing that together to create the perfect kind of burnt orange look. So I actually picked up this palette on a whim, and I'm so happy I did, because for a while I was debating on whether to get the Anastasia lip palette, but now that I have this, I don't have to. So just to finish up my eyes, I'm going to apply some eyeliner, and I'm using the KVD Tattoo Liner in Trooper. I'm not going to be doing a thick line or a wing. I'm pretty much